Ciao football lovers of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. It's Friday, we start a weekend with a lot of fantastic, beautiful club football games because international break is over and we will find the national teams back for Copa America for Euro 24, but that will be in a few weeks, a few months. Now we focus again on club football and that's what we'll cover in today's video. But before speaking about the games, the big headlines, well, there is one breaking news. A news that will probably impact the future of European football. Yes, the future of European football, of a lot of clubs, big clubs that were waiting for Xabi Alonso to join them. Liverpool, Bayern Munich, maybe other clubs. No, because it's now official, he will stay one more season at least to Bayern Leverkusen. The job is not over yet. The job is not finished yet. Xabi Alonso announced it publicly, so the other clubs will have to find alternatives. And that's what we will speak about in today's video. If you didn't yet, please maximum of like, continue to support the channel by commenting, by liking, by subscribing, and also don't forget, if you want to also, and that's really appreciated, to share the channel with people that never heard about that channel. Thank you. We start now saying thank you, because a lot of people are writing me in the comment, Beppe, where do you get these fantastic, beautiful shirts? This weekend there is l'Olympique de Marseille against Paris Saint-Germain. What a game. Probably the most beautiful game of Ligue 1, and that shirt is just fantastic. And where do I get them? Well, the link is always in every single video under the description. It is 90 Vintage Football Store. They have a store in Brussels, Belgium, but you can also find them online on Instagram, on Twitter, on TikTok. But they also have an online store, so go there. It's not a paid ad, is just a fantastic, beautiful store that if you want vintage, beautiful store, just visit them. The link is in the description. Now we start with Xabi Alonso. It is official. He is staying at Bayern Leverkusen for one more season at least. There is a release clause that can be active from 2025, but he will continue playing Champions League next year with Bayer Leverkusen. He wants to do more. He wants to continue. He doesn't want to leave yet. He's also thinking already to keep their best players, like for example Florian Wirtz. He's also thinking for the new targets of this summer to make this team that at the moment is still unbeaten even stronger. So we will count on a beautiful Bayer Leverkusen also next year. Of course, this has an impact. I told you it will influence European football because the Liverpool ex-team of Xabi Alonso, they were waiting for him. That was their number one choice after Jurgen Klopp leaving. They will have to find another coach to start a project. Same exact story for Bayern Munich, ex-club as well from Xabi Alonso, that will need to find another coach to start a new project, because when your name is Liverpool, when your name is Bayern Munich, you can't just hire a manager to fulfill 1 year, to stay there without really ambition, to wait for Xabi Alonso. This is absolutely not allowed when you are a big club like Bayern that will probably lose their first title of Bundesliga this year because of Xabi Alonso. So they will need to get back, because one time you don't win in Bundesliga is a total disaster for Bayern Munich. So imagine 2 years. And that's why it will have a big, huge influence already for the next coming seasons at Liverpool, at Bayern Munich, but probably also in another club. What is that other club? Well, it is Real Madrid, because we know it. They extended the contract of Carlo Ancelotti until 2026. Is Xabi Alonso waiting for the next step in his career? And is that next step Real Madrid? Is everything already done and clear in the mind of the Spanish coach? Or is it because when he was at the Real Sociedad B team, also his ex-team, well, he was contacted by already a German club, Gladbach, and he said no, because I am not ready yet. And probably did extremely well in refusing. He took his time. He wanted to be 100% sure and confident that he was ready. When he went and felt that he was ready, well, he accepted a bigger job. And then he finished at Leverkusen, where he's doing fantastically well. We can see all the results. So probably he did well. Then, of course, he's taking a risk, because sometimes there is a train that is arriving at the station. And if you don't take that train, well, that train is leaving. And probably, or sometimes, you don't have a next train. So he's really taking a big risk, because next season or in 2 seasons, Liverpool will already have someone on their bench, like Bayern Munich. Real Madrid, we know it. Today we have one story. Tomorrow we have maybe another story. Maybe Carlo Ancelotti is doing that well with the team that he will have next season, that bench will not be free in 26 or 27 or 28. We have absolutely no idea. Even if, honestly speaking, between you and me, and don't tell it, don't spread it, it's a secret, I believe that whatever decision that Xabi Alonso will take, well, he will take the good one. I believe it's a really smart player, not only as a player back then, but also as a coach. Probably me, as a Juve supporter, well, Xabi Alonso, that was close to join Juventus in 2007, 2008, probably one of my biggest regrets. But I'm sure he will really choose the best thing, like he's now doing, choosing to stay with Leverkusen. We spoke about Real Madrid, that is dreaming maybe about Xabi Alonso, El Técnico de Moda, the trendy coach maybe for the future, but they are also dreaming about another one, about Endrick, that is continuing to finishing on all the front pages, like he finished on Us, Endrick Entusiasma, because the people now, they discovered not only Endrick what he was able to do in Brazil, not only Endrick what he was able to do on YouTube with highlight and skill, but also in big stadiums of Europe, in London, in Madrid, in the Bernabeu, already scoring, and the guy, 17 years old, he's a machine. He doesn't stop, because after winning the Brasileiro in 2022, after winning the Brasileiro in 23, after winning the Supercopa do Brasil in 23, after winning the Campeonato Paulista in 23, thanks to his goal 1-0 yesterday, because he scored again, he doesn't stop scoring, but he's now in the final of the Paulista. Fantastic, beautiful week. What a week for Endrick that we all can't wait to see in Europe from the 1st of July 2024. When I told you that the bench of Liverpool would change, and surely it will not be Xabi Alonso, pay attention for another one. We spoke about the beautiful Portuguese language with Endrick. Well, now maybe Liverpool will speak a bit more Portuguese, because they are targeting Amorim, the coach of Sporting, that as well is a young, rising coach and is doing fantastically well. They are first in the Liga Portugal and they are doing extremely well, so he could potentially be one. He has a clause of 30 million euro. Well, that can be the call. Maybe the train is arriving at the station, not the one of Xabi Alonso, but this time the one of Amorim, and I'm sure that he can do extremely well. He already said the club is bigger than any coach. Is he already preparing the luggages because he wants to go towards Anfield? Could be. This weekend we have big games. One of the big games that starts today, because today there will not be a lot of games, but just one, is l'Europe du Nord, is le Derby du Nord between Lille and Lens. They are fighting. They want to try to everything they have for the qualification of the next Champions League. A game that is always really beautiful because it goes really to the roots of the north of France, le Nord-Pas-de-Calais. We can't wait to watch that beautiful game, a game that is always really entertaining. Other games of this weekend, of course, Der Klassiker in Germany, Bayern Munich against Dortmund. We have Manchester City against Arsenal. Mamma mia, what a game. Probably already kind of a decisive game, especially for Arsenal, because Arsenal, we know it, last year they started fantastically well and then they bottled it. This time they were about to bottle it, but then the destiny took back the Gunners and said, you have one more chance. But that chance, they can't fail it tomorrow against the Citizens. Olympique de Marseille, I already told you, against Paris Saint-Germain. Aubameyang against Mbappé. Mbappé that is coming back from international break where he didn't shine. Will he be able to do it, or will Luis Enrique decide to again put him on the bench? Big question mark. Real Madrid against a really beautiful, surprising 4th spot Athletic Bilbao. I tell you, they are really fantastic, beautiful games. A player that will not be able to play any of these games, it is Tonali. We know it, 10 months ban after his betting scandal in Italy. Unfortunately, it doesn't stop there because he's finishing on all the British papers. Tonali in new bets. Shock. 50 games are under investigation in UK. 50 charges against the Italian player that on top of the 10 months ban, well, he can even receive more. what can I tell about that? That from the moment that they discovered and they banned him, it was already late. And of course, if someone is addicted to betting, it can't just disappear because you go from one country to another. What do we want to do with that guy after 10 months of ban, after probably also missing Euro 2024 with his national team, after missing the season where he had to shine with Newcastle? Do we want to punish him even more? Let's see. I let you comment about what you would do on Tonali, that since then, well, I hope so, I think so, stopped betting from the moment that he was banned. Speaking about Newcastle, there is another Italian that could join them, this time not on the field, but it's a big legend that we are speaking about, and also coming from Milan, we are speaking about Maldini, that could possibly become the new sporting director of the Magpies. What a role for Maldini. Would you see him really well with the black and whites, not the one of Juventus, but the one of Newcastle? Let me know. Speaking about Italians, speaking about Juventus, this weekend in Italy, there is a big game. Lazio against Juve. Why is this a big game? Because we know with Lazio, they changed their coach, sacking Maurizio Sarri, or at least he gave his dismissal, and they went for an ex-Juventus player, Tudor, ex-Olympique de Marseille coach. And he will want to do everything he can to beat Juventus with Lazio, while Juventus, they need to send a sign that they are not worried about losing that qualification to the 4th spot. A Juventus that needs to go really fast to qualify to the Champions League because they want to start building the future that should be more beautiful at what it has been the last 3 seasons. And there is one name that is untouchable, that they want to really go for, they want to put at the center of the project, and not only, they also want to give them a number that is legendary in a lot of clubs, but especially at Juventus. If we know that it's the X number of Platini, Tevez, Roberto Baggio, Alessandro Del Piero, we are speaking about Kenan Yildiz, the young 18 years old Turkish player that could wear and that number 10 and seeing his contract extended and also being there, the future of Juventus. But a lot, of course, will depend on what Juventus will do this season off the field. Other important games this weekend in Serie A, it is Fiorentina against Milan, Napoli, Atalanta, and Inter, that is virtually already champion of Italy. Well, they will play the last game of Serie A against Empoli. That was it for the news of this weekend. Prepare yourself for a fantastic, beautiful weekend and continue to follow the channel, putting the notification ring on, because we can jump with a video whatever moment of the day. Thank you. My name is Giuseppe and together we covered football.